everybody. Welcome back to another Simple Life Reclaimed live.
Oh yeah.
I know it's been a while. It's been very complicated to get us to be able to block out an hour the last couple of weeks with summer kind of coming down to a close and us trying to finish off projects and stuff. And then, this week is actually the kids' first week back at school.
Yeah.
So even doing it tonight was really difficult, but at the same time, we're really happy to be here with everybody. In fact, let me welcome everybody in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see who we got in here tonight. Brenda Moody, she was in here first. What's going on, Brenda? Hope you're still here. And Tammy, good to see you in here. Alan Dixon. Sir Paul Honeyman, see you here, guys. Love from England. What's going on, Uncle Paul? Hope you're having a good night tonight. John Evans. Hi there, Mel and Gary and kids. Hi, John.
How's it going?
T.Y. Follette. I love your show from Austin, Texas. Well, we love you back. Thank you for being here with us. Michigan Life Above the 45th Parallel, one of our members.
What's up?
Hey, Mel and Gary. Hope you're having a great night. Thank you so much, and we hope you're having a great night tonight, too. And Jamie Smith, or that might be Jaime, but I see you. It says, hey, everybody, waiting in line. Sure is hot in Oklahoma today. Sure is, man.
Man, it was a hot one today. That's for sure.
Our brains were cooking like eggs.
Man.
See, I almost messed that one up, too.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Kent Neely, hello, good afternoon, coffee. Have a safe and wonderful weekend. Thank you, Kent. And Miss Auntie Ann, one of our wonderful moderators. Hey, Mel and Gary. Hi, Auntie Ann. Good to see you in here. And then Judy, and I'm going to scroll down really quick. McAllister Homestead, another one of our awesome members. Hi, Framley. Hi, McAllister.
Hey.
Good to see you guys in here. And Liz Ho, another one of our awesome members. Hello from Copenhagen. Well, hello, Liz. Good to see you in here. Hope Copenhagen is treating you guys nice today, weather-wise. Good Enough Homestead. Hey, Fram. Hey.
Hey.
Robert Budlong. Hi, all. Another awesome member. Thank you, Robert, for being in here today. Appreciate you.
How's it going?
Rose and Trisha and James and Kathleen and Sue and Heather and Janet and Jean. I see all you guys. Lori, I see you guys. Petty Jean Homestead, Joe, Jeff. I'm going to scroll down, guys. I don't want to miss anybody, but we love you guys, and I could sit here all afternoon or evening and say hello, but thank you for spending your time with us today. So, as Gary said, we were outside all day, hoofing it pretty much. We did have to go inside and do some stuff with the kids with their homeschool and everything.
We started off the day with a nice, morning walk like we normally do.
Yep, we've been having a really good schedule with the kids this week. We find ourselves in like a transitional period. We are finally done with all of like the zip boarding and taping and stuff. So this back deck area, we can finally kind of like close the chapter on it for now.
We can walk away from it for right now.
Yeah.
Start working on other things and start getting other things situated and whatnot. But,
yeah. So we find ourselves like in kind of transition of from one side of the house now going to the other side of the house. The kids are now home this week, like we said, started homeschooling. So it's been transitional. I don't know what else to say because it's been good. Very busy, very tiring.
It's been extremely busy.
Yeah.
But it's been good. It's been really, really good. Today we were able to get outside and pull some numbers and everything else. Well, I tried to pull some numbers today and I was like literally about to smack my head against a tree.
He was just hangry. He needed a sandwich.
I did. I needed a sandwich. I was at that point where it's like I was already like middle of the day almost, Almost. We already did a lot of the beginning day with all the homeschool stuff and everything, and that's when we went out there and it was right around lunchtime.
So how we've been starting our days with the kids is just because they're homeschooled, we don't want them to get, like slouchy. We want them to be in like that school mindset. So we've been waking up early like we normally would in the previous school year at the same time, like as if they were going to get on the bus, right?
No.
And the thing that we've been doing with the kids for the last few years is we get them up, we get them dressed, we get them ready, we go outside, we walk them down to the bus stop, and then they would go to school. Well, this year, instead of walking them down to the bus stop, we decided we're going to start taking the kids and like having a family walk every morning. So that's what we've been doing. We walk them down to the pond, we walk them over to the flagpole, do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then kind of just wherever we decide we wanted to go. I think the first day we went down to the pond. The second day, we just did like the loop. And then today we went down to the back end of the property.
Yep.
So we just kind of see where our feet take us.
Pretty much. And just try to go explore a little bit with them, right?
Yeah.
Get them moving around a little bit. And then also it's a good point for like nature watching and nature spotting and seeing what has been going on.
Checking out the woodpeckers and all the birds. And Gary, of course, is starting to think of hunting season, you know? So he's like looking for tracks and he's looking for everything. And he's got the kids looking now. And, oh, look, there's burrow over there. And it's been really nice being able to spend the mornings with the kiddos and the family. And then essentially we get back from doing that. And then we have the kids do some journaling about what their walk was, how they were feeling during their walk, or just what they saw, like just do any,
whatever it is,
whatever you want to journal.
It's mainly, you know, having them write and get used to writing, you know, at least a page.
Yeah.
Or like as much as they can.
Something,
know,
just writing
right?
some sort of something down. We
Depending on which one it is, you know.
Scarlett was picking up leaves today, and she has like one side of her page is all the different colored leaves and stuff that she found. She found some pretty good colored ones.
No.
Yeah, she found like red ones, yellow ones, green ones, brown ones. She was hunting for leaves today.
No.
And she wrote pretty much what she did and what some of the things that she saw and stuff on the walk. And I don't know, then that gives us time while they're doing some seat work for us to figure out what we're going to do for the day. And then do our secondary channel, which is Real Talk with SLR, which we didn't do today because we knew we were going to go live tonight. But yeah, so we're trying to figure all this. We're trying to figure this out.
It's been good.
Yeah,
you know, and
we're trying to figure this out.
It's been nice with the way that we have it set up because we have notebooks for them for their grade and everything, as well as we have like seat work for them, as well as we've got like worksheets, as well as we've got online stuff. There's so much stuff that it's not even funny.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about them being well-rounded. For sure they're good.
It has opened my eyes this week in a sense of where each kid exactly sits at the beginning. You know what I mean? And
where we need to progress them more and stuff. Today, Julia got a pretty good lesson in math. Like Gary started saying, and then I kind of squirreled off and kind of brought it back a little bit. Gary was getting ready to throw his, you know, turn into Yosemite Sam, frassum, gur, gur, right? Because the numbers weren't numbering today right away. And we had to bring it back, and we had to figure out, like, what's going on and why. And it wasn't necessarily that the numbers weren't numbering. We had an extra issue because of what we were doing.
Yes.
And it just was tricky. It was just very tricky on how to get this done.
Trying to build, I'm going to spill it.
Yeah, go ahead and spill some beans. You guys will catch it in some videos.
You guys will catch it.
You know what I mean?
Only those that actually are on this live will actually catch it. What I'm saying anyway. So it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So we're trying to get these footers done for this thing that we're doing over in Camp Life.
Right.
And what we are building, we're doing this thing, you know, for a promo and all that other stuff. But in the instructions, there's no exact instructions of what the dimensions are, like, exactly.
Yeah.
To, like, okay, so this foot is going to be this foot far away from this foot, you know, and this middle one is going to be here. And it's not, like, there's
let me back it up. Let
dimensional
me clarify.
aspects to that, so
on their defense, the instructions say to pour a pad.
Yes. But
right,
it also,
so that's the thing, is like we're not following the instructions completely because we're not doing a pad. At the end it states that if you are going to do a foundation footing wise, it's a 15 by 15. But they don't tell you exactly where to put those 15 by 15 foundation footings exactly. And if you knew exactly dimensional wise, you'd be like, okay, cool. Because it's just like anything and everything out there. A 12 by 20 isn't exactly a 12 by 20. They're, you know, it's off by a couple of inches. Gary's
which
Mr.
way is it going to?
Guys.
And yeah. And it's throwing me off. I mean, if it's off by like, say that it's only like 13, say it's only like, it's off by like 3 inches one way or 7 inches one way. That's huge in a sense of like span wise and then trying to get middle wise. And I hope I'm not sitting way off the footing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it was difficult, but there was some
forth.
Teaching moments because Gary was figuring it out too, you know, and it's good that our kids were able to be there and like see how our brains work in action, you know, and overcoming obstacles and sticking with it and figuring things out. And
by the end of the day, Julia knew the math that I was giving her and how to answer it, and she successfully answered it.
Yes, we'll re-practice that tomorrow. Maybe.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I practiced it at the end of everything today. I was like, all right, just real quick. Here's 3 questions. Answer those. Let me see exactly how you get it. Can you do the to the power of the second as well as a root for it, and combining these and trying to figure out that root number? And yeah, it was a lot. It was a pretty in-depth one for her.
Yeah, Cuddly Texan said Gary's OCD is triggered.
Yes.
Just a little.
Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit. But, you know, we, like always, you know, sometimes you got to walk away from it and come back to it. And today, that's essentially, we got to a spot where we had, I'll just say it, we had everything all lined up. We had marks actually out on the ground, but looking at it, it just didn't. It wasn't adding up. And
it
didn't look right, man. It didn't look right.
I do not want to be off.
So, and Gary was getting hangry, so I went inside and I decided to make him a sandwich. The kids wanted leftover spaghetti and stuff for lunch, so they had that instead. But I made Gary a sandwich while he sat at the table, and he was like reworking out the problems, like the math problems and stuff, and figuring it all out. Spoiler alert, we did come to a conclusion on it, and we do got it all figured out, but Shovel Life Reclaimed wasn't reclaimed in nothing today. The shovels weren't shoveling. Because by the time that we figured everything out, by the time that it was time, we went out there and redid it, and we were like, nope, I have to go in and cook
live
dinner.
To do,
I have live to do.
And as much as everything else that we got going on, I'm like, dude, by the time that I get this thing done, we're going to have to be doing a live right after, and then we're going to be starving, and I'm like, just no.
Rick Greenlaw says, hey, Gary, it makes the brain go squirrel.
It does, especially when it's on a slope. If anybody, I don't know.
Well, you remember how much time it took me and Gary to do like the plumb bobber thing with the kids' playhouse, and how we had to do those footers and they were on a hill.
That's a steep hill.
It's essentially...
This one isn't that bad, but it still
It's going to be very similar to that, but here's the thing, is the playhouse might even be a little... slightly easier, and I'll say this from my perspective. Gary probably has a differing opinion, as usual, but from my perspective, the playhouse might have been a little bit easier because we were just sticking the posts up, and then we could essentially build off from those posts.
We could chop the posts and
chop them, do whatever we want to do. Where this is a metal structure, it has to be. So
all 6 have to be
exactly
within at least a quarter of an inch. Yeah, oh yeah, this one's going to be way harder.
Okay.
You're 100% right.
Okay.
You're 100% right.
I was bracing myself for the butt and the...
Here I was thinking it was going to be easier. I'm like, it should be easier. We're on a flatter ground. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Hold up. If we don't have these things be 100% level all the way across, we're going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah.
And it's going to be, things ain't lining up
it would still
shimming.
It would still go up, but,
dang it.
You know, we're not the type that are going to just, slap it together. And Gary's OCD one won't let him do it, and that's a quality that I very much appreciate in Gary, because I know that I'm getting the best of the best. I'm getting the best that he has to offer, and that's all I can ask, right? How dare me ask for anything more than that, and I wouldn't.
I do have to say, I was trying my hardest to keep it simple, but I was also screwing myself up because I was thinking too far ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I can't help but think too far ahead because I'm always trying to think 5 steps ahead, so that way I don't have to redo something.
And sometimes I'll try to bring him back to the present of we'll just focus on this, and then it won't. I'll get my head bit off because he gets mad because he's I'm figuring it out, and I'm like,
you guys see what I'm saying.
I'll just be quiet and let him do what he has to do until he tires himself out. Then I guess. Hey, it works, man.
Normally I'm too stubborn to know any better, and I'll walk in circles. And
then when he's tired and he's all like Yosemite Sam, then I'm like, come on, honey, let's go get a sandwich. And he's like, okay. We figured out how to make it work, guys. Exactly. We figured out how to make it work. I'll sit in the shadow and record you circling. But no, I mean, it was one of those days, and as much as that might sound like, bad or whatever. It really wasn't a bad day. It was a really good day. Actually, it was a really good day. It had some frustrating moments. We had some frustrating
moments, but it was a really good day because it showed the kids exactly how frustrating it is for the foundation aspect. Yeah. You know, when they ask us when.
Show us a little more gratitude here.
Oh man, we didn't even do anything. We just we put the strings out. What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm scratching my head.
Hey, I mean, you know.
And then I show them the math, and they're like, "Wait, what?"
We're like, "Yeah, this is what we're trying to do.
This is what we're trying to do right now."
But we are bringing the kids in on some of these things as much as possible, right? When it is as hot as it is outside, and the kids were troopers, man. But I'm not gonna make them just stand out there twiddling thumbs while Gary's figuring out numbers. So there are certain points, you know, where if they're just sitting there in the sun, I'm like, go on in the house, babes, you know? I'm like, go inside and go do some seat work, you know?
No.
And they did. They did some art today, too. They got out the paints and everything, and they were painting pictures, and, you know, they did their tablet work, they did their seat work, they did everything we expected them to do. They did some reading.
No, they did quite a bit today.
Yeah, they did.
They did quite a bit today, which that's partly why I was like, art day.
Yeah, no, art day today.
This is... You guys can get into your creative side, you know.
Yeah, and Scarlett woke up in that mood. You know, I noticed it like when we were out on our walk, and she was just like looking at all the leaves, like she was she was already hyped for it. So
it was great. It was a great day.
It was a great day. There were frustrating moments in today, but you know what? You get through it. What else are you supposed to do? You gonna whine about it? You gonna complain about it? You gonna give up? No. Because giving up doesn't get you any further, for sure. Like that's the one way where you know, there's no more moving forward is the moment that you give up. But if you keep on trying, there's like that hope. There's the hope, and the hope can move mountains. Hope is also known as like faith, right? And that can move mountains. Let me tell you what. So just don't lose sight of it. Just hold on to it, and mountains will move. Oh. One shovel at a time. Let me go back to the comment section, guys. I've been sitting here jabbering. I love you guys. Thank you for giving us this space so we can chat with you guys and just kind of fill in some of the blanks. Before I go to the comments, though, just because Squirrel, I just remembered, I do have some videos coming out for you guys. I got one coming out tomorrow. It's another Gary show. I hope you guys love the Gary show. Gary is such a good sport. And I think you actually are enjoying. I think, like, I could tell by when you're recording that you're enjoying yourself a little bit more.
I just film me. I just film whatever it is.
Yeah.
You get whatever it is. That's it, all right?
He's been enjoying himself a bit more, and it's been allowing me time, because I'm usually the one chasing everybody around with the camera and stuff. And this last week before school started and whatnot, I had to do like major deep cleaning, out with the old clothes and with the new clothes and all that stuff. And so Gary had plenty of other things he needed to do outside of the house. Can I get a hey from the ladies? Who sends the family out when they got the deep cleaning to do?
Yep.
I do. Get out, let me clean, and then you guys can come back in and destroy.
No.
So
I've got a lot of things that I need to do outside.
Oh so. Yeah, it never ends. It never ends. But I do have some more stuff coming up for you guys. You guys are going to get a video tomorrow. And then the kind of stuff that we're working on a little bit today, I'm going to save off some of the footage until we get a little bit more progress made on that. So maybe by the weekend time, maybe Saturday or something, I might have another one to fill in some of the blanks. But Gary, you did a really awesome job on the last video that we posted, where you're taping off all of the roof and everything. Everybody was laughing that you would rather jump off the deck than deal with a spider.
It's a true statement, man. I mean, it is high up there, but it's not that high in retrospective aspect wise of things that I have jumped off of in my life.
Yeah.
That's about average aspect wise, so me jumping off of that when that doesn't even register in my mind as like scary or anything else. I'm like, I'd much rather jump off of this thing than deal with a spider that scares the living heck out of me. But
cuddly spotted lady. Yeah. Gotta give her time in the sun. Right, you're gonna say hi.
That's just me. It's only 10 feet from where that is, right? Problem is where my head is.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
10 feet can do some damage down
Well,
on
I know,
concrete.
but they say, okay, even at 3 feet, if you're standing off the ground by 3 feet, you should be tied off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The reason why they say that is because they're not worried about where your feet are. They're worried about where your head is.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, that's where it goes from.
Shiloh Acres says, see, I can't do the YouTube thing other than just for family and friends because Rob Outcast will be tossing out colorful words when the big part of the van build starts. You can do it. Just use the buzzer button. Just beep it out. Put in like a chicken noise or something. That's what we do.
Woodpecker?
Make it sound like a fart. Hey, he's talking crap, right? So, hey.
Oh, man.
I've done it. I have done it.
Bring the South Park back into it, huh?
I've done it on our video. Where all of a sudden it's like...
That's funny.
Mike Birch, what's going on, Mel and Gary? Hey, Mike. How's it going? Oh, Pops is in the house. What's going on,
Pops?
Hey, I don't know if you saw it on the Real Talk, but we did say happy birthday to you. It was a little late, but happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday.
Happy belated birthday. We were actually just thinking about you, too, because Pops is the awesome dude that sent us the concrete mixer when old Betsy died. And Pops, we're going to be busting out the mixer Pops this week. It's getting there.
Yeah,
it's getting there.
That's definitely going to happen.
More footers. Wouldn't you know it? More concrete.
More footers.
More concrete. But yeah, you know, it happens. Let me see. Paul Robertson's, I'm with Gary on the spider front. I almost crashed a car when a spider came down from the visor. Scared the ever-living out of me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm the bug getter in the family, believe it or not.
I don't really... See, if I see one in the house, I'll kill it. But at the same time, the way I look at it is like...
That's what he says.
No, I'll kill it. I kill it all the time in the house. I mean, you just tend to see it all the time and like...
I'm like, Gary, get the spider. And he's all, I'm not getting the spider. I'm like, man, get his chancla.
Depends on what it is, right? I mean, shoot. There's sometimes I didn't want to smack the wolf spiders in Arizona, man. Those things were gigantic, and you'd smack it, and it'd sort of like laugh at you and jump at you afterwards, and it's like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
How are you in here, Lola? How'd you get in? You come in the back door?
No.
Aw, hold on, let me go get her out, because she's just gonna lick us and hit me with the tail.
Nah, for real.
Go on out.
Those wolf spiders are crazy, I'm just saying.
I came in the back door. Let me close the back door.
It's gonna get hot in here.
Well, it is what it is. We suffer for you guys. We love you guys. Let me see. Somebody was asking, I think it was David Glunt was asking what's going on with the sand filter. Oh, that's a sore subject, friends. That's a sore subject.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's exactly how we left it, friends. No. It is exactly how we left it.
It's going to come to a point where we've come to realize that we're going to have to do it.
Yeah. We're going to have to DIY
into our already really busy schedule and DIY it and get it done.
Yes.
So
it
is what it is.
In short, we're not pooping on anybody in particular. We are just finding that in our particular area that we live in, being as far out as we are, and as small community that it is, there's only a select handful of people that even do that stuff out here. They stay extremely busy, and they're all about retirement age too. Which, that's nothing to do with it, but I guess I'm just throwing that in there because, life happens. They get sick, they get hurt, they have family members that they're taking care of, boom, 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 all this stuff. And basically how it went is, since we had it backfilled, we were going to have them come back out and do all of the piping it from the actual sand filter to the well, and then that way we can actually have our sand filter running how it's supposed to. There's supposed to be a secondary pump installed too to pump the water from the sand filter or from the well to the sand filter, from the filter to our pipes or something. And needless to say, once we had it backfilled, it was, hey, I'll see you on Friday. And I don't know when, I don't know if it's going to be this Friday, last Friday, the Friday before that, the Friday a month ago. I mean, there's just a very, very lack of communication. And that's what it is. That's just literally what it is. We call, it doesn't get anywhere, you know, like it'll be like, oh yeah, see you Friday. And then it never happens. And so we're kind of stressed out about it. We dropped a pretty good amount of money on that thing between us and Country Road Cure to get it set up so we can actually have nice water inside our basement and, you know, to live. And it's just been a perpetual headache. I originally called for the sand filter in October of last year. We're coming up on almost a year and I still don't have it installed yet. It's aggravating, but we won't go on and on about it, but that's where it is. Yeah. And that's what's up with it. So we're at the point where we're just like, all right, well, we have the big tank here. So the biggest hurdle that we can see of the tank and the hole and all that is already like done. So now it's just a matter of plumbing it and piping it and finishing the job because it's still sitting there. It's still sitting there, friends. And it sucks, but it is what it is.
So yeah, we're going to have to figure that one out.
Yeah.
And get that done on top of all the other stuff as well. So, well, we'll get that one going.
Dang, Pops, you've been going through it. We're praying for you, buddy. You've been going through it. Lila says, sounds complicated. It's been a little complicated.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit complicated.
And that's the thing is I have no idea with it. I found a lot of back-end stuff, but nothing exactly for that. So and there's ways that I can do and everything else like that, but I got some ideas in my head of how I can go about it and everything else.
Good Enough Homestead says, Gary, you're lucky you don't have me on Facebook. When I see a spider, I send a pic to Clarissa and Jason because he don't like them either. Hey. You know what? Gary and I don't do any other social media. So we do have a Facebook page, but our Facebook page is literally like a placeholder, and it's there because of Instagram. So I do use Instagram for some behind the scenes stuff a little bit, and I have fun with Reels every once in a while. But when you post to Instagram, it'll automatically post it over to Facebook for you if I push the little thing and I have it do that. So that's cool. No. And then other than that, like I use Instagram for that, and then we just do YouTube. So, like, if any of our friends or family and people that we know in our real lives want to communicate with us, you guys are literally communicating with us the way that we would tell them to, because this is our social media. We're not faking it or anything. This is legit our real life. This is what's going on. And yeah, it gets overly complicated when you're as busy as us to have too many apps. And that's just where we stand on it, to each their own, but that's how we roll. Yeah. That's how we roll.
Well, it's not only that, but our family has our phone number if they really want to get a hold of us. You know?
If they really want to get a hold of us, they'll call us, they'll text us.
I'm just saying,
you know. Otherwise, you know where to find us. Oh man, I will start doing that as well now. Get ready for Spider and Scorpions, Michigan Life above the 45th.
That's funny.
Poor Sizzle.
That's funny.
I'm so sorry to hear about your issues with the sand filter. I hope you have a solution very soon. I'm praying good prayers, says Judy. Thank you, Judy. It's just been aggravating because we've just been... We don't know what to say. Like, we don't know what... We were waiting, you know, and we didn't want to...
We didn't want to have to do it. That's why we hired it out.
We wanted him to do it because we didn't want the aggravation of it. We didn't want to have to go skeet skirt on our projects and stuff to go do this other project. We just wanted that other project to be done because although we can do it, we just didn't want to take the time to do it.
No.
You know, and it's another thing that we have to learn because, you know.
Because I don't know anything about it, but I mean, I'll happily learn it.
So we're going to.
And I've already learned quite a bit on it already, so.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I'm like,
You know, let me see. Don't be a bum. Hit the thumb. Yeah, that's right. Do that.
I'm going to talk to those in the family that has a sand filter.
There's got to be somebody about here.
Can I come check out your sand filter and see how it's hooked up?
You know who might have one, which
Take pictures of everything.
Know for sure. But Miss Linda, she might have one.
No.
Larry and Linda, they've been on here forever.
No.
I mean, she might have one.
Right.
That's somebody that we can call that we know out here that been living out here for a long time. Let's see. Mel and Gary, sounds like you need to push the kids towards being a plumber. Your area needs them and they could make bank for sure. Mm-hmm. Like seriously, for sure. The trade skills, honestly, like with our, I'm not gonna push my kids in any direction because I think that life is theirs to figure out. But I will encourage them and to make wise decisions, but I'll support whatever decision that they choose when they're old enough to make informed decisions about such things, right? However, when our kids do get older and they start talking to me about different careers, the trades, like, and even the older kids, right? Patrick, Brittany, Kylie, like, we try telling them too, like, guys, the trades, you can make so much money because everyone wants to, and I'm not, again, don't take my opinions and be insulted. I mean, if that's what you do, you do. But everyone wants to have the jobs where they are either working on a computer in a cushy air-conditioned office, this and that, right? And although that's good because we need those people, like society needs those people, society will completely crumble if we don't have the trades. Absolutely crumble. And because there's less people wanting to do that style of work because everyone wants a cushier, easier type of job, right? The money is it's not as profitable for you to be in that field versus the blue collar jobs. Like when we were growing up, everyone used to make fun of you. Like the teachers would tell you, you don't want to grow up and be the garbage man, do you? Actually, the garbage man makes more money than the teacher. Like at least now, I don't know how, like maybe when they were saying that to us back in like the 90s, maybe that might not have been so, but now presently, that's how it is, dude. And so I don't know, it makes you rethink stuff because with different levels of education, it has different costs associated with it financially for the education that you decide to go through. But I don't know, those are decisions that our kids are going to have to make, and we'll help them make the most informed one when that time comes. But my things have certainly changed because with the access and more technology that there is, right, it makes things more automated, and it makes the robot, will take your job kind of a thing. And it's true because automation, we went to the movies and there's not even a person sitting at the movie counter like selling the tickets anymore. Now you go to the kiosk and you pick your movie, you slide your card, and then you go. Like the only reason they have the popcorn guy selling popcorn is because they don't have a robot to fill up the popcorn yet. You know what I mean? So like if there's certain jobs where
there's going to be
the man has to jump in the manhole, and
it's going to straight up be a vending machine for the
popcorn.
Vending
machine,
a large,
and it'll just pop the thing out. They probably have that in like Tokyo. They have all like the super cool like gadgets and technological stuff over there, man. I see those shorts all the time. They're freaking.
That's all the technology. That's where technology comes from.
Dude, I'm serious, man. Tokyo's got it going on when it comes to that stuff. For real.
But anyway,
like
going off.
I went on squirrel.
Going off subject here.
I went on squirrel, but I don't know. That's an opinion. There's an opinion, and it's crazy to me because, like I said, when we were younger, the blue collar jobs were always looked at or perceived to be the less desirable jobs, but in all reality, they're not. When it comes to like your peace of mind, being able to be outdoors, and For me, I'm the type of person, like, when I'm done with a day's work, I enjoy the feeling of being absolutely, completely, and utterly spent when I lay in my bed. And I'm just like, oh, and then I can fall asleep really good. My body feels good. My mind feels good. I feel like I have better, like, self-esteem and everything when I'm like that, I just feel better. So, not everybody's made the same. But, anyway. Holy smokes, my chat just went.
Did you just have a...
I guess I just had a glitch.
Influx or whatever?
I was wondering why nobody was talking to us. I was like, I'm just going to keep talking and keep talking and keep talking. Nobody's saying anything. Maybe I should keep talking. Cuddly Texan says a good tradesman can make bank these days. Yes, they can definitely support their family and go far, for sure. I agree. David, Mel, the chair looks comfortable. It's all right. My fat butt has worn it down with all the hours I put in the editing. Believe it or not, I need like this extra pillow, and otherwise it's soft, but it still hurts my back sometimes. But I just have a weak back. Probably all that concrete that I've had to, all the blocks and concrete and everything. And I still got more concrete in my future this week. Yay. I'm a truck driver and I make more than my cousin who is a firefighter. Yeah, I mean, It just depends, you know, like location, where you're at, the availability of the people. Like, people always have certain needs that are going to need to get taken care of, whether it's plumbing and like electrical, AC work, those types of things that are skilled trades, just to name a few. There's more, but just off the top of my head, right? And if you're in an area where there's not a lot of those professionals, well, then you kind of automatically, in a way, get like your pick of the customers, because there's nobody else that will go out that far. The people that live in the cities don't want to drive all the way out here to make, you know, a couple $100 or whatever on a job. So the one guy that does live this way and is willing to drive out this way, he could make really good money in a day just going out and seeing a few customers, you know. So
real easily.
Very easily. Very, very easily. And our community is really small, but it's bustling. It's growing, and I don't know.
It's pretty crazy.
Yep. You need to wear out the headrest so come on doesn't feel bad. My head almost never touches. I'm like, it feels like I'm gonna lay down. My head almost never touches the back of it because I have really bad posture. Like, I sit forward all the time. I'm like,
this.
I have to have that or my back hurts, dude. Like, I have that right here because of my lower back. You see, because like if I take this away, look at all that space. Like, you see what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway. I think Bobblehead has a sand filter. I saw Drew cleaning out one on his property. Really, Mr. Moon? I'm going to have to ask Bobble. Bobble's been really busy lately, and I miss him. I haven't seen him in probably...
I think that was on his old property.
The first one or the one over?
No, the second one. I don't know if he sold that one already.
The one next to Drew's place?
Yeah.
I mean, it's worth the trip over the hill. I'm going to have to give Bobble a call. I haven't seen him in a couple months. I know he's doing really good, but he's just been really busy. He's been very, very busy. Mm-hmm. He hasn't been around for a little bit, but we're still good friends. I miss you, Bobble. I don't know if you're around today.
He's been dealing with a lot of chickens from what I've seen.
Yeah, it's been time, and he's been getting himself adjusted and set up, and he's been doing a lot. MT Homestead, what's going on? Mike and Terry, good to see you guys. Judy Herman, I think first responders should get paid a lot more than they are getting. After all, they are putting their life on the line. Absolutely. I would 100% agree with that. Absolutely. And, like first responders too, like the paramedics and everything, not only do they put their life on the line, but they have to go through quite a bit of education, and they have a lot of liability and responsibility as far as legally, you know, when to every single visit that they go through. So that is a very respectable and commendable job that, like, I couldn't hang doing that.
The reasonings behind their hourly rate and why it's disgusting. And it's because of they're the number one field out there that are going to be working overtime.
Yeah, and so they're like, oh, you're going to get overtime, so we're going to bone you over here.
Your hourly or your overtime pay is going to be less if you're having a lower one. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you're actually getting paid what you should be getting paid, and then you also get the overtime, like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah. No, I think that a few senators or congressmen should, you know, take a pay cut so that way all of those people can.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing that irritates me with that is the minimum, the monthly rate or the raise for minimum wage itself. That in itself is just
aggravating.
Aggravating, because that is the number one reason why our economy is the way it is right now, to be quite honest.
Well, I would say it's the number one reason.
It's not
it's a
the number
contributing
one,
factor,
but
though.
it's one of the
It's a contributing factor for sure.
main contributing factors, because you can't pay more on that. And I mean, you can, but corporations aren't going to want to, take a pay cut.
Neil says trade jobs are great. Just be careful with your body. I have 20 plus years before I retire, and I hurt every day. Yeah,
No.
And that's true too,
that.
Neil.
Believe it.
You definitely, there is a the balance, right? There's got to be that balance. You got to really enjoy what you're doing. It can't, no matter what your career field is. It really, to me, right? It really doesn't matter how much money you earn. If you're making millions and millions and millions, it matters on how your quality of life, right? And to some people, having more things equals better quality of life. If that's you, that's cool. No problem. That's definitely not me, though. I don't find my happiness in things. I find my happiness in moments and with people and with memories. So honestly, like, we're the richest that we've ever been because we get to have quality time with our friends and our family, and we genuinely get to do what we love to do and earn income with it. So because of all of that, I consider myself extremely blessed. But I think that, every person, you have to work for a living, and you can't expect to always have a job that you love. Sometimes you got to just do the job because you gotta eat, right? You gotta eat. We've all worked plenty of jobs where you just got to do it and you gotta eat. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you are able to pursue going after your dream, whatever it is, or finding something that can earn you a little money, even if you start out with a side hustle that you just, you're doing something that you like, but you're doing a little hustle on the side, and you can make it into a bigger thing. If you're able to do what you love and support yourself on it, that is ultimately living the dream. And some people really love, like being doctors. Some people really love it. Some people really enjoy, trimming trees, so.
And if you find yourself in a rough spot to where it's like, you're not really happy with what it is and where you are, there's always something that you can do to get you to where you are going to be happy with what you're doing and everything else.
Yes.
There's
always something you can do.
Work towards that, no matter which way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Because it's honestly, it's only up to us individuals to actually change and motivate anything in this world and do anything at all. It's up to us individually first before we can start changing those around us and the happiness and everything else like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. You're all quiet and all.
No, you don't want to know where my brain went.
Oh, like where?
My brain went. You know why? Because I started. This is where my ADD or ADHD or whatever went. I was imagining Michael Jackson. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change.
Oh man! All right. Yeah. All right.
I got to deal with 0.36, and Gary's got to deal with where did her brain go?
Look at her. I'm like, I don't know.
No, you were hitting
in the same spot.
You were spitting bars. You were spitting bars. I was with you.
But in all reality wise, all right. I mean, so like, there's this short that I seen, right? And it was something crazy or whatever else. But I was watching like. It was something with like the X Games or like the Red Bull Rampage or whatever else it was. And Abe was looking over my shoulder. It was the dude in the wheelchair, and he ended up doing like a double backflip in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like on the huge mega ramp and everything. Like he's in a wheelchair. And like I've seen this kid in Vegas and whatnot, over in Pro Park and whatnot. Super cool dude. But like to see that, I was like, dang, man, like this dude now is doing double backflips on this thing, dude, and he's still getting it. I'm like, he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like,
don't let
Abe,
anybody tell you can't
and that's what
do
I'm
it,
thinking in my mind. And Abe's over my, looks over, Dad, he's in a wheelchair.
How can
he? I was like, hey, if you feel like you want to do something, there's nothing that can stop you. Only you can stop
right?
you. You know,
Yeah.
like if you really want to, like, do it.
Yeah.
You know, and then the next one I saw on it was like this guy skating and it was blind. And he was like literally using a skate ride or anything. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So
it was very inspiring.
No.
It was very inspiring.
No.
Yeah. There's the other girl too, the surfer girl. The girls like watching that one where she got attacked by a shark.
Yep.
And she like lost her arm. I forget the girl's name. I'm so bad. But she's very famous. It happened when she was younger, and she's like pro surfer too. No. So anyway, I know what you're trying to get to. Like, don't let any obstacle, even something like that, where you're like, there's no way, because you look at this guy and you're like, how is he going to do a flip on a what? Like, it's more of a liability. Like, don't let him take the liability. You know. Yeah. But no, he's like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to go. No. Yeah, so I hear you. Okay. Sue Wagner says, Mel, when you squirrel off, you really squirrel off. I do. Guilty as charged. I do. I can't help it, dude. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my brain. I think it's a good quality because it's my creative brain, you know? It helps me in my chosen field. I found a way to work with my mentals. Make it work for me. Bethany Hamilton, the one-armed surfer. Thank you so much, Firefly. Thank you. That's what our name was. I think the movie is called Soul Surfer. I don't know. It's one of the, but it's a good movie. I've watched it with the girls. It was a great movie. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Oh, Rick Greenlaw says, Gary, I saw that video too, and he nailed it. Heck yeah. No. Yeah, I mean,
I was like, dude, what the heck?
Yeah. Paul says, courage and practice is all it takes. Yes.
Correct.
And so I guess our point with that, you know, without being super preachy, is like, don't be afraid to take a chance on yourself. I don't care how old you are or what your disabilities are. Look at them as it's like your superpower. Figure out a way around it. You really want it, you can get it. And don't let any kind of obstacle, whether it's you're working at a crappy job right now because you need to eat, right? You got to eat. You got to get through it. Keep doing that, but spend an hour or two doing something that will put you in the trajectory of where you want to be. And sometimes it's a year of planning, and sometimes it's a year of really figuring out where that is, and then baby steps into getting there. And you know, Gary and I still have a long way to go. We still have a long way to go for our dream out here, but baby steps. And we never said that when we jumped in Arizona, when we sold everything and we came out here, we never ever told anyone that, hey, it's going to happen like this. We're going to be living upstairs and it's going to be easy. I mean, well, we do say it's going to be easy sometimes.
Sometimes we're like, oh, this should be easy.
We do say that.
But nothing great comes from just it being handed to you.
No.
Okay.
No, you got to work.
You have to have that elbow grease. You have to put in that work. You have to get a couple of scrapes. You got to, you know, be able to pick yourself up and keep on moving. And it makes you cherish it that much more. And
it gives you it makes you a better person. People that are overcomers turn into being better people. So I don't look at any of the challenges and stuff that we face as like, oh man, that sucks to be me. No, I look at it like
it's a gift.
It's a gift. It is. Bring it back. Bring it back, baby. Bring it back. It is though, because how blessed am I that
oh man,
that God thinks that we are strong enough to handle all of those things. Let's prove him right. You know, it's an opportunity. It is a gift. It is an opportunity to learn. It is an opportunity to progress. And it is an opportunity to, however scared or feeling of inadequacy or whatever, to face that challenge and to get an opportunity to overcome it, you know?
No.
And this whole journey out here in Arkansas has been just that over and over and over and over again, you know, and we never said we were going to be done with our house in a year, 2 years. We actually said it was probably going to take about 5, just for the house. And like, we've done so much more than just the house. And I think that by the time that 5 is up, it'll be the whole homestead, you know, so.
Yeah, well, that's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
You know, so.
We're a couple years in, but we still have a few years to go, you know, so I'm happy with how everything's going. Every day's a blessing.
It's an awesome ride.
Yeah, it's been a good ride. I know we got 10 minutes, you guys. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for keeping us on track. I appreciate it. Let me get back to these comments section. Marilyn Bryson says, good things come to those who wait/work hard. That's right.
Yep.
Paul is reminding people that tonight is family night and MT Homestead goes live next. Yes, yes. Make sure to go check out Mike and Terry with MT Homestead. Mel, you should look up the Mid-America Science Museum in Hot Springs. It would be a good learning for the kids. You know what?
I've been eyeballing that.
Yeah,
actually.
we're already on top of it. You know?
That's the thing that I'm happy with, you know? Like, we get to do those kind of little things, you know, with the kiddos now and be able to go and spend some times, and we get to learn with them. Yes.
It's a family learning. I want to buy that neck AC device. Do you have a sponsor section? Sandy, I don't have a sponsor section, but you know what? That would be very good to add. However, I'm sure I can pop up. Let me see if I could do some magic in the background. Let me see if I can find the video. I couldn't get it. Just give me a second. I'm going to find the video that it was in, and I'll drop the link for you. It was by Coolify. They actually work out really, really well. I do like them. I will say I wish the battery lasted a bit longer because we work, 8-hour days, but it gives you about a good 4.5, 5 hours if you're cranking it on high.
That's with it being super hot outside too and everything.
Right. If I was using it in, I'm sure I could stretch it. Let me find it really quick. I'm sorry. I'm looking out for you. I'm looking. Here we go. You know what? That is a good suggestion, though, for me to make like a sponsored section. I bet you our sponsors would really like that, too. I just haven't had the time to do it. Copy, live stream. Here we go. I'm pasting it in right now. Boom. And there's the promo code so you can get you 10% off as well. Thanks for the interest. And it helps us out. I'm pretty sure you're really going to like it because I know I like it. Let me see. There we go. Nona Milton, amen, Mel. I was partially paralyzed from the waist down in October 2021 to June 2022. I worked very hard on getting back kind of where I was. And every day. And don't be hard on yourself if you ever have any setbacks. Not that you will, but if you ever do, don't look at it like, oh no, and go into the mental death spiral that we all kind of go into, at least I'm speaking from my own personal experience here. Don't let it overshadow you and cause doubt or, give up on yourself or feel like, oh no, here we go again. Just keep pushing forward. Keep doing it day by day. Don't lose focus. And most of all, don't lose faith. Are y'all getting any dozer work did on the 41.36, says David Jameson. Not that I'm aware of in any time soon. We got a lot of dozer work done when we first moved here.
Yeah, we got a lot done.
We got a lot done. Now it's just kind of up to us and the chainsaws.
Yep.
Neil S. Okay, guys, got to dip out. Time to close up the animals and clean up after dinner. Well, thank you for spending your time with us today, Neil. And then Karen says, I love your positive outlook on obstacles. Y'all are doing a great job on your channel and challenges. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. One day at a time, friends. One day at a time. That's all we can do. As for videos, I'm going to use the last little 5 minutes to, I guess, give you guys some info. I did talk about it just a little bit. We are going to be posting some more content this week. I know that in the last week of July and I guess the first week of August, I had to kind of take a whole week back because I really needed to get some things together. It's kind of a struggle for me sometimes. As much as I like to have a very positive outlook on things, and I am a very positive person, in order to maintain that peace and that positivity, sometimes I have to step back and unplug and kind of step away and everything. I can't do it for too long because one, I'm also a social person, so I can't do it for too long, but then two, it gets everything off track, so it's a balancing thing. So I had to do that. So videos coming out this next bit. You guys got to see us finish off the back decking area, and now we're moving forward into the transition, which August is going to be entirely. In the entire month of August, there's going to be a lot of random things kind of coming and going because we are in transition.
So definitely stay tuned.
Yeah.
And stay up to date on it because there's going to be a lot going on.
We're going to try our best to bring you along to the best of my ability. But, we have new challenges with us homeschooling the kids. It's not a negative challenge. It's just something that we've added onto our plate. We're trying to still stay focused with the build, but now we got to deal with the sand filter. We've got this other project we're trying to work with quickly over at Camp Life. We're juggling many things right now.
Back and forth. And
so since our channel is literally just our life, our channel will reflect that for the time being. So I hope that you guys I hope that we can do a good enough job on keeping it entertaining for you guys and that you guys enjoy the content that we're able to get out. I am really looking forward to getting back on the front deck area, but right now with us seemingly kind of being bombarded with all these other things, we got to handle those first before we do all that. So we're working on it. We're working
little by little.
We're working on it. Did you crack open the coffee yet? No, I haven't, Adobe, and I can't wait to. I'm so sorry. I really want to. I just haven't been to town in order to go stop at the P.O. box. The last couple of times that I've been to town have been on a Sunday, and then they were closed. And then the one day that we were in town on Saturday, this last weekend, I did think about it, but it was already past the time because we're in a really small community, and the business hours are noon on Saturday.
Yep.
So I was there too late. But it is on my agenda, and maybe next time Anthony and Rox go to town too, I can nudge. It'll either be them picking it up or us, but I really want to try it, and I'm very excited to try it, and I can't wait to have a real talk in the morning and actually, brew it and give it a try, and I think that it's going to be really nice, and I'm very, very grateful for you thinking of us and
that'll be good.
Wanting to send that to us. I definitely appreciate it, and I feel so bad because you're trying to give us something, and it's so thoughtful, and here we are, we can't even get our butts to the freaking P.O. box because we're so busy. I feel terrible, but I genuinely am very grateful. Thank you. Let me see. Mine are gone. You see, look at where my chat messages are. Mine are way moving. Back there.
Mine's moving.
Yours is moving.
A little bit.
So friends, I am going to have a video coming out for y'all for tomorrow. Gary's been Rockstar Awesome, and while I'm handling all this other stuff, Gary has been still Film Master 5000, and I'm just going to patch it all together, and whatever footage Gary gives me, I'm going to give you guys. So
it is what it is.
It'll be good. Gary's cute. He's entertaining, and he's fun to hang out with, so yeah, you guys will have fun hanging out with Gary for a little bit. But we're going to get together a lot of this footage from this next project that we've been working over at Camp Life. Like I said, I'm probably going to mash what we did today in with what we do maybe tomorrow, depending. And then I guess at best I'd be able to get you guys out another one on Saturday, assuming everything kind of goes the way that we're hoping. We'll see. Today was Yosemite Sam, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. But
yes.
Either way, I'll patch it together and I'll try to get you guys out something for Saturday. So
It'll be good.
Yeah, it's going to be
One way or
good.
another.
But I can't believe an hour flown by already, friends. That was fast. That was really fast. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with us and for being here and supporting us and loving on us. Your guys' friendship really means the world to us. Yes. And we couldn't do this whole YouTube journey without you guys. I mean, you guys make it so special. So thank you guys so much for spending your time with us today. We'll be back on our secondary channel tomorrow morning if you guys want to hang out with us and catch us then. Maybe we'll give you guys some behind-the-scenes sneak peeks of all of the Yosemite Sam stuff from today. Do a little walking around or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning on Real Talk with SLR. So we hope to see you guys then. And we'll see you guys back here on Simple Life Reclaimed tomorrow as well. So until the next one, friends, we love y'all. And we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.
I gotta find which one do I push. Which button do I push first? I always mess this up.